morning, guys, and welcome to my channel. It is currently 7:18 a.m. and I am in Missouri on my way to Kansas. It's early. I'm feeling kind of nauseous this morning. I tend to get nauseous when I'm really tired, and I had my 10-hour break last night, but it was hard for me to sleep, so I only slept for about 4 hours. But my appointment this morning is at 8 o'clock. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make it until about 10, maybe 15 minutes after 9. But yeah, I am on my way to New Century, Kansas. It is a beautiful morning. The skies are beautiful and pinkish. I am currently on I-35 in Missouri. Yeah, so, my next load after this, I have to pick up here in Kansas and take it back to Minnesota. But I can't deliver it until Monday. And that's the one thing that I don't like about being out here, is because they're not utilizing me while I'm out here. I decided to stay out here it'll be a month next week, because I ain't going home until next week. And I've already had 234s out here instead of them keeping me rolling. And it's looking like I'm gonna have another 34 after I pick up this next load, because I can get back to Minnesota tonight. So that means I'm gonna have Saturday and Sunday up there. Having a day off away from home, it's not having a day off, because I'm still on the truck. So when I come back in January, I will not be taking extra time just to stay out here, because to me, it ain't worth it if they ain't gonna have me running. I like to do my 34s at home, so I like to run my clocks to where I'm doing recaps and keeping it moving. But they're not giving me the loads to keep me moving, and then they keeping me up here. Up here in the Midwest. So I'm trying to take it one day at a time, because it can get depressing. I have my days that I'm just feeling like I don't want to do anything. I want to go home. I want to give up. And then I have my days where I wake up and I'm positive, and this is going to be great, and this is going to be a great year. And it's just off and on. So I'm praying that I am able to fulfill my contract and get my year experience in out here. Because to be honest, this experience, it makes me don't want to do trucking anymore. I don't know. This is my first ever trucking company. And I know I'm not really giving it a chance, but the experience itself, I miss home, I miss my bed, I miss my shower, I miss, my kids are grown, so I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be like this because I wanted to drive trucks for a long time. Since my oldest was a baby, I wanted to drive trucks. And at that time, my dad scared me from driving. I didn't know much about truck driving. And he scared me from driving by telling me about this mountain. I think it's in California or somewhere. But it's a mountain that goes around and around, and it doesn't have any rims. And he told me about that, and that kind of scared me away from trucking back then. But then later on, as the years went by, I realized that I learned that I don't actually have to go that way. There's so many different routes and stuff that I can go with a CDL, with doing this trucking thing, that I wanted to do it again. So, since my son graduated, my baby boy graduated from high school and he's in college now, I decided to give it a try. I mean, I've been taking care of my kids and other people and worrying about other people for so long that I need to figure out exactly what I want to do. And I didn't want to have any regrets, so I did want to try it out to see if this is something that I really wanted to do. And at this point, I don't know. I'm still taking it day by day and trying to figure it out. There's a lot of different areas that I want to try out. Maybe try out a dedicated route in the southeast, or try out my original plan doing tanker, but doing food grade tanker, or maybe try out doing dump trucks. I've thought about that, or maybe doing the ports. I don't know. Because it's not the driving so much that I'm not liking, because I like the driving. I like it. I like the freedom to be out here and, have my assignment and just go do my job. Nobody's standing over my shoulder. I'm out here being able to, of course think, because a lot of times I'm deep in thought, and just be to myself. But I also like the idea of being able to go home, if not every day, every week. So we shall see where this leads. Like I said, I go home next week on the 13th. My son comes home from college for the holidays, so I'm taking a full 3 weeks off. And the crazy thing is, he called me yesterday and told me that instead of him going back to school on the 3rd, he can't go back to school till the 12th. And I took my time off to be home up until the 3rd, so you know how that goes. I mean, even with that, I have part of me want to go home and just find something else and don't come back. But the other part of me wants to fulfill my contract and get that year in, because there'll be so many more opportunities to come if I can just get that year in. So, like I said, I'm taking it day by day, one day at a time, as my best friend says. And we'll see where it goes. So again, I am riding on Highway I-35, Interstate Highway I-35, going through Missouri, headed to New Century, Kansas. Just see how this goes. Friday morning. Still kind of early, so it's not that much traffic on the highways right now. Or on this highway. Because really there's nothing out here but open field, so don't mind my little beanie. I wanted to flat iron my hair, but I don't know. I just don't be feeling like doing nothing but getting myself together and just going. I'm just trying to get it over with. And I know I need to live in a moment and enjoy the process, but it's hard when you just don't feel like doing anything. You're just doing it because you have to do it. That's why when I first started and they asked me did I want to learn, did I want to, when I did my physical, did I want to test out for flatbed, or they got a deck van division here as well. I said no, I just want drive-in. Even with refrigerated is the same testing as the drive-in, but it makes a little bit more money. But I was like, no, I just want drive-in because this is my first year and I know how I get with my anxiety, with my stress, with not knowing where I'm going and stuff. So I did not want to put the extra stress and stuff on me, because especially with, I know with refrigerated, a lot of their stuff is on a strict appointment times, and if you're not on time for your delivery, a lot of places won't unload you. So I didn't want to put that on me, even though it makes more money. As I've gotten older, I've come to the realization that I'm not going to let money drive my decisions, even though I'm out here to make money. But my main goal is to get my experience in. So I'm okay with making the minimum as far as doing the drive-in, because it's minimum requirement and it allows me to get my experience in. And yes, I do have little anxieties and stresses when it comes to the drive-in, but I can handle, it's not that much that I can't handle. Meaning I have time to take deep breaths and to think and visualize what I need to do. And I'm not pushed and I'm not rushed, even though sometimes I have appointments. But even if I'm late for my appointment, 9 times out of 10 they're still gonna unload me. I might have to wait a little longer to be fit in, but 9 times out of 10 they're still gonna unload me. So I just have to be patient when it comes to that, and then learn more on how to plan. Like for example, my pickup yesterday, this order that I picked up, it was supposed to be picked up at 11 o'clock. But I didn't pick it up until 12:30 because I was still on another load. And when I delivered that other load, I delivered it 15 minutes before the pickup time. And I was over an hour and a half away. So I already knew that I was going to be late. So when I got there, just as I suspected, he was like, I'll work you in. My 1 o'clock and my 2 o'clock is already here, so I'll work you in. So I had 3 hours of where I was in my sleeper berth to where I can do a split shift. But I've never done a split before, so I did not understand how it worked. And I called my ex, because he's a truck driver, to ask him how it worked. Because I started driving, I think they got me ready close to 5 o'clock. So I still had like 5 hours or so. 6 hours on my drive for the whole day and 5 hours. 6 hours on my shift for the whole day and 5 hours on my drive. So I started driving to where I had 2 hours left. So I asked him, how does the split work? I've never done a split before. I said, how does the split work so that I could be able to deliver this on time? And the way he explained it to me was, I only get back the time that I didn't use for the day, which turns out to not be true. And I don't know, maybe he didn't understand what I was asking about the split. I don't know. Because when I woke up this morning, getting myself together, it gave me the full 8 hours back like I thought it may have. So I could have actually got to this place on time this morning at 8 o'clock if I would have left at 4. Because I had 8 hours on my shift, and plus my next order don't deliver till Monday. So I would have had time to stop or whatever for the day after picking up that order and still been okay without having to have a whole shift. But being that I didn't get up until 30 minutes before my shift ended, it didn't make sense for me to start yet because I was going to get to 4 o'clock in 30 minutes. So now I'm an hour late. And now I learned. I can see how it works. So next time I know how to do it. And that's the thing. This job is about, you're always learning different things. You learn different things from your mistakes and stuff. So that was a good learning activity. And the fact that I'm doing drive-in, I have more opportunity to have these learning experiences without, being pressured or getting in trouble because I'm having mistakes and stuff. Whereas if I was refrigerated and they're on strict time, if I'm consistently making mistakes and stuff and my order is not being delivered on time and they won't accept the order and now they got to figure out what to do. I'm far away from the yard and they got to figure out where to send me and all that kind of stuff. That puts my job in jeopardy. And then I got to learn from the experience in a different way instead of learning from the experience and keeping on doing my job. If you understand what I'm saying. Like I said, I do understand every day is a learning experience. Every day is going to be different. And I just got to figure out some things to keep my mental intact because, and to be honest, my mental really hits more where I feel depressed more when I'm sitting and not working. I'm sitting. Like now I'm driving. My mind is not stuck thinking. I'm thinking, but I'm planning and visualizing it and stuff like that. And then my mind is focused on the road and where I gotta go and what I gotta do and what's next. So my mind has those kind of avenues. When I'm sitting doing nothing because they're not giving me loads or they're giving me short loads that don't deliver to this time or whatever, that's too much free range with my mind for me out here. And it leads to me feeling like I don't want to do it. So I have to, and it's because, I feel like it's because I've always been on the go, always been in hustle mode, always been doing something to make money or whatever. So to be sitting, doing nothing in this big piece of metal, doing nothing, totally dependent on somebody else to help me, because I don't make money unless I'm driving. So it's like, I can't do this. And I have those moments where I can't do that. So that's going to be the real test of me being out here, is to figuring out what to do with my time when they got me sitting there instead of working. So I got bills to pay at home. I got things to do. I got college tuition to pay for. I got debts to pay off. There's so much things that I got to do that I'm out here to work. Keep me working. Keep me moving. And if you feel like you can't keep me moving, route me towards home where I can take these breaks or whatever, and then I can get in my car and do other things. That's just the way I feel about it. You know, that's how I grew up. I'm from New York, so growing up, my mama was always out and working, and my dad was always working. So I learned that I need to, in order for me to get it, I got to get out here and work to get it. Ain't nobody going to just give it to me. And the fact that I'm out here trying to get it, and they not giving me the work, it stresses me out. So that's just one of the vices that I have to work on. I don't know if you would consider that building patience. I don't know. But that's just one of the vices that I have to work on. So I am going to continue my drive. It is saying that I will be there at 9:09 a.m. I got about 90 miles to go at 7:41 right now. So I will be back in the next clip, and the next clip should be once I get to this receiver, trying to figure out their check-in process. All right. So hey y'all, it's been all day. I'm at my next pickup, and I want to show y'all this back. It is crazy. I came and I did it, attempted to do it the first time, and I wasn't over far enough, so then I had to go around the block to try again, and I still had trouble when I came back, but I got it in. I want to show y'all what it is. So I had to come in from this side of the road. It's like a printing company in the neighborhood. So I came in up this way, and I had to go into this pad here some kind of way and keep inching and maneuvering to pull up in this pad so that I can back up. You see that corner? That I can back up right here. So this is crazy. I've been sitting here for 3 hours trying to visualize how I was gonna get this done. And I got it done. So that's my trailer. And that's how I got it up in there. I don't know if you can hear it, but I got it in it. It don't look straight to me, but I got it up in there enough so where they can load it. I guess it's just how their dock is, that my trailer don't look straight. But if I look at the pad that my back wheels are on, that kind of looks straight up in there. But yeah, I got to take this load to Minnesota and then come back up and bring another load to Illinois. And then after that, I got to go to Arkansas. Excuse my hair, y'all. Hair ain't done. Put my hat back on. Let's get this thing back put up here. Yeah. It's 50 degrees up here in Illinois. No, I'm in Kansas right now. Hello.
Do you have any straps to strap something to the trailer wall with?
Yeah.
3 or 4 maybe? Alright, is that good enough? I think so.
Sorry about that, y'all. I had to get him some straps so he can strap the stuff down. Oh, the sun in my eyes. Yeah. So I've been here since 11:30. Waiting to get loaded. When I first got here, they said that they called the broker and they didn't have the load because that customer wasn't their customer. But then when he called with me here, they had got it figured out. And it seems to be like a third-party customer or something. So I ended up having to wait. My appointment was at 1. I got here at 11:30 because they told me to come on because I might be able to get loaded early. But with all the confusion, they had to wait on somebody to bring the stuff that they needed to do the order. So I couldn't get put in the dock until about 3 o'clock. So it's 3:30 now here, and for 30 minutes I've been kind of, going around the block and trying to figure things out as far as backing into this door. So now I'm in the door, and to get to Minnesota to drop this off, it's like 7 hours. But I only got 6.5 hours on my drive time clock. And even if I did a split, I still wouldn't have been able to get it there today. And I was trying to get it there today so I can go on this week, this check for next week. But it's all good. It's all good. I got time. I get it there in the morning. I pick up my next load in the morning from Minnesota, take it to Illinois. And from Illinois, I go to another part of Illinois to drop off that trailer. And then I gotta do an empty load, an empty drive all the way to Arkansas to pick up a trailer that the company bought. So I got my weekend pretty planned out, which I'm glad, because like I said earlier, they've been having me sitting. So I think I'm just gonna be sitting one day, and that's Sunday, because my Illinois delivery can't deliver till Monday. But other than that, I'm gonna be moving up until Tuesday when they give me something else to come home next week. But I'll come back and let y'all know where I stopped and where I stand, and we will go from there. Toodles.
In 3/4 of a mile, keep right to US 71.
Jeez, all the way to the right. That's crazy.
Be in either of the 2 right lanes. In 4.5 miles, keep right 35 north.